Welcome everybody to Queer Ontario's Educational Forum on Sex Education, GSAs, and Religion in Publicly Funded Schools. I also want to thank you all for coming out. At Queer Ontario, we've been working on this for a number of months, and it's always so gratifying to see that the work that we're doing is being supported by others, so it's great to have you here. Also, I want to just take this moment, my role here is basically to kind of kick off the night and do some housekeeping. I want to compliment many of you because you look absolutely fabulous in pink. Now, I do need to come after some of you that are not wearing pink, and I see that not everyone got the memo. In case you're wondering, and looking around and wondering what's with all this pink today, today, being April 13th, is International Day of Pink, and that's a day when those of us who are wearing pink are communicating in a symbolic way that we are against discrimination, bullying, and homophobia in schools and in communities. And Queer Ontario felt that it would be a good idea to hold an event like this to talk about a very serious issue in the public education system and the Catholic education system on a day when we're symbolizing and recognizing the importance of doing away with discrimination and homophobia and, again, bullying in those systems. So, before I introduce myself, some quick housekeeping things. If you need to use the washroom, once you go out the exit, if you turn to your left and go down the hall, you will find the women's washroom. And if you turn to your right and go down that hall, you will find the men's washroom. Women's will say girls, men's will say boys, okay? So, I am Nick Muley. I am the founder and chairperson of Queer Ontario. And Queer Ontario is a provincial organization, a network of individuals that are committed to liberationism and sex-positive principles that challenge the status quo. We engage in public education, such as tonight's event, political action, which you will have an opportunity to participate in. Towards the end of the night, you will hear about that. We also engage in work that promotes diversity and accessibility, as well as coalition building. Now, for us at Queer Ontario, these issues are very important. We've been working on this for a while, and we've developed a few positions on some of the topics that we're looking at tonight. So, the first being sorry, I'm losing my place here, the curriculum. And that is that at Queer Ontario, we believe that the current sex education curriculum is outdated and needs to be updated in order to prepare students and give them the knowledge and understanding that they require to develop a positive sense of sexual self and also in engaging in positive sexual relations with others. And so that's a position we have taken, and it's one we're working towards as well. A second position we have taken is with regard to GSAs, also known, well, Gay Straight Alliances, also known as GSAs. And that is that every student in this province should have the right to set up and participate in a GSA if they choose, regardless of whether they are in a public or a Catholic school system. So those are two positions we have taken, and we are now in the process of looking in an in-depth way at what we bump up against when we look at those two issues, and that is the whole issue of how our education system, both at the elementary and secondary level, are funded in this province. So we're in process with that. Okay. The other thing is, I have a quick announcement, and that is that one of our supporters tonight is holding a forum of their own that is covering very similar themes. And that is the Sexual Diversity Studies program at the University of Toronto is holding their public forum tomorrow night, being Thursday, April 14th. They've entitled it Pleasure and Danger, Reimagining Sex Education in Our Schools, and that is taking place at 5:30 to 8 p.m. at the Oisey Library at 252 Bloor Street West. One piece I kind of missed out on was that we have resource tables out in the hallway. So if you haven't had a chance to look at those and pick up materials, we encourage you to do that. One of the resource tables is of the host organization, being Queer Ontario. You're all welcome to sign up and join as a member. You would get on our listserv and you would find out about the work that we're doing. And membership is free, so that's a bit of an enticement there. And also we have lots of food. I did a quick scan of the tables before I came up here. We have a whole lot of food, so feel free to kind of quietly step out if you want to get more food for yourself and come back in here. You're welcome to do that. Okay, at this point, I'm going to turn this over to your host for the evening, and he is the chairperson of Queer Ontario's Political Action Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Casey Ora.
Just going to adjust this. I'm also going to read up. Hope everyone's okay with that. So as Nick said, we're hosting this event today. We've been have a lot of sponsors who have come on board to and we'd like to thank them right off the. We'd like to thank the Canadian, the Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario, the Ontario Secondary School Teachers Federation, Toronto District School Board in particular, the Gender-Based Violence Program, and supporting our youth. Our community media sponsor is Extra, and they will be live streaming and tweeting from the event tonight. And we'd also like to thank our supporters, the LGBTQ Parenting Network, the People for Education, the York University Sexuality Studies Department, and the Mark S. Bonham Center for Sexuality Studies Diversity. So leading up to this, basically Ontario got involved in the issue was that we heard about the ban, I refer to it, on GSA. So I went to the meeting to check what was going on, and that was an interesting enough experience in itself. I mean, I have never, ever in my life heard a grandmother woman drop the F-bomb before. So it was quite thrilling for me. But since there, we've been working to try and educate ourselves on the issues and come up to speed with the laws and see how we can help out students in this province. And as we were going along, before this, we were also dealing with the sex ed curriculum, so it all kind of interlinks with each other. And then we heard about the denial to form a GS saga. So with this, I was like, oh, I talked to these kids because these kids were willing to fight. So I remember the first time, particularly Anne, she's so shy. But in that sort of quiet shyness that she has, and these kids are amazing, and they continue to inspire me. They're going to be coming on in a second to tell you their story and to speak to their experiences. Just one more thing though, I want to mention that we are really pro social media, so one thing we're really encouraging, so if anyone, do people here use Twitter? Raise your hands if you're a Twitter person. That's good, I like that. So we're really encouraging that tonight. So we have a hashtag going for people not in the know. A hashtag is just like this little, you put a number sign in front of a bunch of words and then you can press it on the computer and then everyone that's used that hashtag can see what's going on. So we're hoping to create an dialogue tonight online for them to be here so they can watch extra.ca as well along on Twitter. So make sure this information gets out all over. So that hashtag, number sign, QED, number 4, so it spells QO. It's witty. Anyways, okay, attempt at dry humor. I'll go over to people that are a lot more entertaining and have some great stories. So without any further ado, the kids of the St. Joe Alliance.